Today we are going to tell you top 10 most protected houses in the world. Welcome to the Fact Spot. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another video. Burglary isn't the only reason behind installing high protection security systems. In fact, it might not even be the primary reason. People residing in these houses are worth millions. It is not a coincidence that the world's most protected homes are of some of the richest people or families in the world. They are making enemies on the go, and some of them are celebrities who need protection from crazy fans. Here are some of the most protected residences in the world. Number 1. Fairfield Estate. To protect valuables worth more than the GDP of a country, how much will you possibly spend? Ira Renard is a billionaire who is a true art collector. He owns a $200 million home in Hamptons, which envelopes art roughly worth $500 million. Hamptons is a place famous for two things: beaches and cottages. Amongst those cottages, this high-security mansion definitely stands out. High-tech security gates, 1,000 cameras eyeing every corner of the estate and bulletproof windows protects these half-billion-dollar valuables. Number 2. The Zombie Bunker. If you think comic book lovers take zombies too seriously, brace yourself. This London-based house is zombie-proof and rightly named Zombie Bunker. The solid concrete walls of this house are movable. Not only this, the walls and windows are backed up with thick iron sheets. The only entry and exit to the Zombie Bunker is a drawbridge system. The entry or exit is pretty hard to locate, especially for brainless zombies. Number 3. Bill Gates' home. A tech guy is the one whom you would expect to have a high-security house. And Bill Gates is the epitome of a tech guy. Needless to say, he has emptied his pockets for extra security. From a mile away, the heat detector will alert the residents of any intruder. Also, the entire house is installed with cameras. Every invited guest has to wear functional pins, which control the thermostat and other electrical equipment in the house. However, Bill Gates knocked nature's door for privacy by planting multiple rows of trees around his mansion to act as paparazzi shield. Number 4. KIMYE residence. The Paris robbery shook the digital world along with the Kardashians. It gave Kim some serious concerns about their security. She fired her former bodyguard Pascal Duvier and hired a new team of bodyguards after performing thorough background checks. The security check to enter their house is also one of the best in the country. For the sake of secrecy, Kim and KIMYE created a rule of never posting pictures of their $16 million mansion on social media. She now commutes in multiple cars to fool the attackers. According to reports, they even have a safe room in their mansion for menacing incidents. Number 5. Maximum Security Mansion. The name of the house isn't misleading. If anything, it is a subtle warning to the burglars. The property, occupying 32 acres of land, has a security system worth $6 million. The entire space has multiple cameras installed in every corner whose live footage can be seen on any iPhone with access to their application. The fingerprints of any intruder will be scanned within 20 minutes, thanks to the thermal system. The centralized super sensor updates about any suspicious activity happening in the house. Number 6. The CORBY family residence. The CORBY family residence located in the Hollywood Hills of California are known for their expensive and excessive use of security. The millionaire residents of the property are very much protected by the biometric recognition software and earthquake prevention techniques. Earthquake-proof houses are common throughout the U.S. The Corbys have their house built of concrete, buried up to 30 feet below ground in case if nature strikes. The house can also bear man-made disasters, such as nuclear and chemical attacks. There is an underground bunker with enough supply of food and drinks to keep the family alive for 6 months. In a case of intruder, they do not need a phone but can call the cops from wherever in the house with a few touch of buttons. The well-stocked panic room they have has CCTV cameras, which can make them see the whole house and control the impressive release of fog to scare off burglars. Number 7. RYONG residence. You might be thinking who would necessarily need security system in a country like North Korea, a country which is the name of fear itself, where one might need to face a death penalty for merely wearing a blue jeans, which is a whole other story. Coming to the point, the RYONG residence sits in the northern region of North Korea and in it, the royal family resides. Not only the palace has the advantage of being located in the most lethally secretive country, but also comes with an impressive interior and is said to be the most secure place on earth. Kim Jong-un has gone to lengths to ensure the security of his home as he does for his country. The residence is surrounded by an electric fence, armed guard, and a minefield. The walls are protected with iron rods with lead-covered concrete, which can withstand a nuclear blast. In a case of disaster and a quick escape, the house is connected to other royal residences, such as BUCKINGHAM House, also known as Residence Number 26, through secret underground tunnels. Moreover, even if the intruder makes it through the gates and guards, God knows what kind of chemical substances await them ahead, which get released in the air when the alarms go off. Number 8. Buckingham Palace. At one hand, it is a popular tourist trap in London, but at the other, it is the most secure location of the entire kingdom and perhaps the world. A few roads surrounding the palace are closed off each time the visiting hours, and the police take over the no-go area to make sure everything goes smoothly. Since a guy named Michael Fagan scaled the building to have a good look around, the precautions are more tighter than ever. If you've been there, you might have seen the famous changing of guards. The guards carry a ring-around system to make sure no guard droops his eyelids to sleep during his shift in the calmness of night. The system works like guard ringing guard B ringing guard C, who then rings guard D, and the ringing goes on the whole night, covering the entire property. Number 9. The White House. Here's an interesting piece of trivia for you. Obama was the most heavily guarded president in the world. To make this happen, security around the White House had to be tightened. Just like some privileged people have all-day serves at their houses, the White House has a special agent present at all times who personally manages the entry and exit of every single person. They have restricted airspace to prevent any helicopter or private jet from flying over the White House. To facilitate this, they have radars and infrared sensors, which detects unwanted movements miles from the mansion, on land as well as the sky. Needless to say, the house has bulletproof windows and strong walls. Even their iron fence is strong enough to hold the impact by any car imaginable. Number 10. Kronstadt Fort Alexander I. Russians are known to do unpredictable. The whole point behind building this fort was to keep unwanted people away from St. Petersburg in Russia. Also, there is no way you can ever get close to the property. There are nearly 40 forts in the vicinity, and amongst them, Kronstadt Fort Alexander I is the most secure. There have been futile efforts to take over the fort, but people have given up on spending their time and energy bothering about it because the fort is just too secure. The military installments have 12 meters long piles which dig deep into the ocean and reinforce the top of the property. The whole security doesn't just end here. There are 5,535 of these piles which definitely cannot be knocked over. These piles have more layers which make them further indestructible. The first layer is of sand, even if you get through it. The second is concrete, which is then topped by a third layer of granite. Although it is abandoned now, it is not a good idea to make a day trip to this fort either. Here are some of the most protected houses in the world. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.